If you were to ask me what the most underrated freshwater fish is in the state of Louisiana, I would have to say the bowfin. This is a fish that is a relic from a time forgotten, but still holds true to its prehistoric design and behavior. This fish's family hails all the way back to the late Jurassic period, but only two species of bowfin survive today. This fish is an apex predator that means business. Just take a look at its skull. It is also a bimodal breather, meaning it can breathe air when the water becomes hypoxic, or low oxygen levels that would otherwise kill other fish. I've caught quite a few bowfin in my day. I would like to catch a nice sized bowfin to feature on the channel. Bowfin typically bite in warm weather. I've made quite a few trips in various places in the spring fishing for bowfin this year with no luck. Perhaps they were a little slow to wake up this year. Here I am at Bayou Cane in Mandeville, Louisiana, and I finally hook up with something. But, is it a bowfin?
Okay, we gotta run. Now, if I don't hook this fish, I'm gonna have to probably tie a rig that's more meant for gar on, because I feel like that's what I'm getting bites from. It's going pretty fast with this. It's going pretty fast with this. Oh, this one might be a bowfin, because I managed to hook this one. This might be a bowfin. No, it's not fighting too hard. It might be a gar. Or a cat. What do we got? It's a cat. Yep, it's a cat. Felt like it wasn't fighting hard enough for a bowfin, and the fact that I actually managed to hook this one didn't tell me there was a gar. It's a bullhead. I think it's a black or very dark yellow. You also get black bullheads, which are pretty rare around here in this bayou, but this might be a very dark yellow bullhead. Yeah, it looks like a yellow. When you get this very dark kind of tea-stained water, you'll get quite dark yellow bullheads. I'd say this is probably the first yellow bullhead I've caught out of here, though. Dogging me. Whew, man, you are a fighter. You done? Oh, what is that on his side? What is that on his side? Oh, he's got a bite taken out of him. Let's get a look at this fish. Let him calm down. All right. Look at that. Oh, there's a bite. Look at that. That is fresh. Something walloped him. I wonder if that happened on the way in. Look at that. That is fresh. That is quite fresh. I wonder if that happened while I was reeling him in, like towards the end of the cast, like right when I hooked into him. If he didn't get hit by a bowfin. I've never seen that before. Man, That'll scar over. That'll eventually just scar over. He should be fine. Fish are pretty tough. But yeah, that's a yellow bullhead catfish, even though he's pretty dark. I featured this fish on the channel before. It's not a bad size one. I call them bullheads because it kind of got a pretty blunt head. He's actually missing a whisker there. He's a pretty gnarly catfish. He's missing a whisker. He's got a bite taken out of his side there. Something grabbed him on the side. These catfish are pretty bitey catfish. He's biting the crap out of my thumb there. They don't have really like teeth, but they've got these, if I can kind of let go of my thumb a little bit, they've got these rasping pads on the bottom and top of their jaw. That's very coarse, feels like sandpaper. But the bite force on a bullhead is very similar to that of a snapping turtle. So it's, if you get a big enough one of these, I've actually had some of these fish draw blood on your fingers because they just bite so hard. And it's only yellow bullheads. We get yellow, black, and brown bullheads, and only the yellow bullheads I've ever had problems with biting. I've caught all three. I've only ever had issues with yellow bullheads biting. They're just the more feisty bullheads, I guess. And they're quite notorious for swallowing hooks. These fish will swallow baits really quick. He's hooked in the mouth, fortunately. And if you know how to ungut hook fish, I usually make the process pretty quick. I know how to unhook them from the gut. But I hooked into him pretty quick, so he didn't manage to swallow the hook. But we're gonna go and get him unhooked and back in the water, and hopefully we can. The next fish we bring in will be a bowfin. All right, hook's out. Go and let him go. I don't normally let them go with the palm of my hand underneath their belly like that sometimes, because they'll try to get those fins and swing them back into your hand. I normally let them go by the mouth. Never been finned by a catfish. Never been finned by a catfish. Been fishing since I was 4 years old. Been fishing for about 20 years. Never been finned by a catfish. I've been poked. I've been scratched. Never been finned.
Well, no bowfin up Bayou Cane, which is one of my better spots to catch bowfin, mind you. But I've never caught one too big there. But this next spot over in Ponchatoula is quite different. In this swamp, I've caught some pretty big bowfin, a 10 and a 14 pounder.
We got something on the bait here. Yeah, that's a fish. That's a fish. That's a fish. Oh, yep, that's a bowfin. Bowfin. Oh, I think it's around that stump. Ah, there he is. He's up in this stuff here. Get out of that. Get out of that stuff there. Up in all this stuff. All right, he's out. Almost. All right, he's out. He's not a giant bowfin. He's not the giant I'm looking for, but he is a bowfin. Okay. It's going right back to it. Okay. We've got a bowfin. Not a big bowfin, but he's finally hooked into a bowfin. I've made multiple trips out for bowfin. I think these fish were a bit slow to wake up this year. It's hooked on something else. There we go. So we're gonna work him over here. Going right where I want you. Going right where I want you. Alright, with most fish, I like to tire them out pretty good. Bowfin never stop fighting you. These fish have so much fight. Pretty much any fish that is a bimodal breather, meaning a fish that breathes air as well as water, meaning gar, bowfin, stuff like that. They all pretty much hold some sort of reserves in their system. When you land them, they never stop fighting you. All right, see if we can get him up on the bank. Pretty quick, we got on one. There we go. That is a bowfin. That is a bowfin. Not a big one. He's probably only maybe 3 pounds. Probably only a 3-pounder. A few pounds short of the big. See? What I say? They never stop fighting you. About a few pounds short of the big one I'm looking for. But there we go, we finally got ourselves a bowfin. It's been quite a while since I've caught one of these fish. And this is probably the smallest one I've caught out of. This spot makes very big bowfin. I caught my PB bowfin here of about 14 pounds. So this is actually the smallest one I've caught out here. See if we can get him unhooked. All right. And for that is a bowfin. A bit smaller than what we're out here looking for. But it's nice to get on one of these fish. I haven't caught one in so long. He didn't put up that much of a fight, apart from getting all wrapped up in them roots over there. Didn't put up too much of a struggle for me. As for bowfin, pound for pound, they are the hardest fighting freshwater fish you will find down here in Louisiana. The hardest fighting, and in my opinion, the best tasting freshwater fish. Bowfin do taste quite good if you clean them properly. There's a certain way you've got to prepare bowfin. But if you do it properly, then the meat is very good. A lot of people sleep on bowfin. A lot of people refer to these as trash fish, and they don't know what they're missing out. These fish fight so hard. They taste a lot better than a lot of other fish. These things blow bass out the water when it comes to fight and meat quality. I'll go ahead and recover them. But he's a good size one, about 3 pounds. Looking for one a bit bigger than him. And they got him out here too, I know that much. Oh, there he goes. He's ready. And you got big ones in here. I've caught a 14 pounder out of here and a 10. A 14 and a 10 pound bowfin out of here. All right, that didn't take too long at all. Let's get another line out there.